Good morning, and thank you for joining with me this morning on Father's Day. Paul once said to the young Christian church that you're all sons and daughters of God. We are his children. A group of primary one children were asked to draw a picture of God once, and one drew God as a rainbow, another drew God as an old man coming out of the clouds, and one wee boy drew God as Superman. But the best one was of the wee lassie who drew God as her father. She says, I don't know what God looks like, but I've just drawn a picture of my daddy. I wish every wee boy or girl could see God as their father in that way. But Paul's message to the young church was to remind the readers that they were in fact children of God, and they were free. They should be tied to the past. And some of them had been slaves. Now they were free. I want to ask you, what are the great memories you have had in life? What are the times when you just felt taken out of yourself and you say, wasn't that wonderful? Wasn't that marvellous? Maybe it was a concert and the music just transformed you. Or maybe you stood at the loch side one night as light was failing and Ben Lomond was etched against the evening sky, and you just felt this was special. Or maybe the time when you said to him or to her, I'll be there for you, you can count on me, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. Or you held that tiny baby in your hands and it was all weakness and wrinkles, and you're big and powerful and you're free and you can walk away from it. And but still you cuddle him or her and they wrap you around their little finger and all you can say is thank you. And of course you can give up that child, but you choose to be held, don't you? Day and night that child rules over you with a power greater than any, the power of love. Ian McLaren tells a story of the young lassie from the Highlands who wanted to find a freedom. And she finds the kind of life and thinks it's free. She gets for herself all she's ever wanted. But the getting's never enough, and what she possesses begins to possess her. And one day she decides to go home, and when she gets nearer the wee croft of her birth, her footsteps falter. What's she looking for anyway? She left this place behind, but then the dogs begin to bark. They haven't forgotten it, even though she's been away for a long time, and she knows she's caught, and the door's open. And he calls out her name, even though he doesn't have any reason to expect her. He calls out her name and suddenly her feet take her running towards him, and he takes her in his arms and he sobs blessings on her head. When she tells her neighbour later of that night, she says, it's a great language, the Gaelic. It's the best of all languages for loving. There are 50 words for darling, and my father would be calling me every one that night when I come home. Maybe that's the message of the gospel. We're free. We find the depth of our freedom and commitment to values that bring out the best of us, to relationships that really matter, and most of all to God. Sometimes we run away, don't we? We stride away, and sometimes we just drift away. May we find our footsteps leading home to the love of a Father who sobs blessings on our head in every language of the human tongue. Amen, and may God bless you and yours, and thank you for joining with us.